Stereotomy, known by French compagnon carpenters as l'art du trait, employs working drawings to design and construct structures, both simple and complex. It is an empirically based method which has been used since the 13th century in France, which brings together all the different graphic possibilities to express, with drawings of the greatest possible precision, the true values of a structure's volume, how all individual components fit together, and with every detailed aspect required for assembly. In this video, we will see the construction process of this guitarde. The first step in any construction is the conceptual design of the structure. Once the overall design has been visualized and approved, the next step is to draw this three-dimensional structure two-dimensionally. That is, the carpenter must first create plan and elevation views on a large surface. In this scene, the carpenters are orientating the drawing to position all the views required for construction. The first chalk line is the baseline for both the plan and elevation views. This second chalk line is perfectly perpendicular to the first. This line will represent the exact center or middle of the guitarde for the plan and front elevation views. The third chalk line is perfectly parallel to the first or perpendicular to the second. This line will become known as the neutral plane for the front elevation view and a vertical line for the side elevation view to help create a series of horizontal section cuts. These horizontal lines on both the side and front elevation views are used to plot out on plan view the intersection of the two barrel vaults, creating an irregular groin vault. In this scene, the carpenter is plotting out on plan view the intersection of the two barrel vaults. This exact intersection, creating an irregular groin vault, is where later the large pincer links are located or positioned. Using a drawing bow, the carpenter connects these points, recreating the exact intersection of the two barrel vaults, essentially creating an irregular groin vault. A drawing bow is required because this intersection is not found in a segment of a circle, therefore a compass is not required. Once the intersection has been recreated on plan view, the next step is to draw the large pincer links. For aesthetic reasons, the pincer links are drawn using a compass. The joinery to be used at the intersection of the two pincer links is a beveled, shoulder, notched mortise and tenon. Once the joinery has been drawn on plan view, the next step is to create the elevation views of all individual components in order to lay out on the pieces of wood. Here, the carpenters have created an elevation view of a single component, showing the curves required in order for the faces of the wood to follow the curved surfaces of both barrel vaults. In order to create a three-dimensionally curved piece, we first start by sizing the timber required to accommodate the curves of that piece. Using the dimensions found from the drawing, the carpenter can then mill and prepare the actual timber material to be used for that piece. Once the timber has been prepared, it is then placed on the individual component's elevation view, ready for the layout process. The laying out process begins by transferring the correct lines to its corresponding face, either on the up or down faces. Here, the carpenter is transferring the lines to the up face of the timber. Next, he is transferring lines to the down face of the timber. The timber is then rotated once to reconnect the up marks with the down marks using a T-bevel. Along these reconnected lines, the carpenter could then plot out the curved surfaces of the actual piece. By reconnecting these points using a drawing bow, the curved surface is then exposed onto the face of the timber, ready for cutting. At which point now, the carpenter can cut and remove the excess wood, revealing the curved surface of the piece. Because this individual component is made up of two curves, the secondary curve is then plotted out on the first curved face. Again, these points are reconnected using a drawing bow to expose the secondary curved surface. Then again, the excess wood is cut out and removed, this time staying a little proud of the line for finishing once finally assembled. This is an exploded view of the beveled shoulder notched half-lap joint used between the two curved pieces, creating the pincer links. Here's an explanation illustrating the makeup of these pincer links and how it follows the curved surface of both barrel vaults, creating an irregular groin vault. As previously mentioned, the primary barrel vault is found on the front elevation view. Because this barrel vault is semicircular, a compass can be used to draw a semicircle on the front elevation view. Here it is being drawn. The secondary barrel vault is found on the side elevation view, 90 degrees from the front elevation view. In this view, the barrel vault is only a segment of a larger radius than the one used on the front elevation view. And here the carpenter draws out the secondary curve on the side elevation view. Once all the faces and joinery of each individual components are cut, they can then be test fitted. Here, the assembly process begins. This is one of the curved scarf joints used to assemble the upper ring of the guitarde. Two opposing wedges are tapped in opposite directions in order to hold this joint together. Once all the individual pieces are assembled, a light scraping of the entire secondary curved surface ensures all faces are perfectly aligned on the same curved surface. Once the final scraping is completed, a light sanding ensures an even finish on all surfaces. And here begins the meticulous application of a finish to help protect and ensure longevity of its appearance.